What's up today, 49ers faithful? Drew Kerr, 49ers Sports Talk. Today I'm going to give you a roundup of last week's news up to yesterday, and we'll just go from there. It's going to be a really quick one, and hope you enjoy. So starting out with the most significant, which I think is the most significant, was yesterday Pat McAfee had John Lynch on his show, and he shut down essentially all the trade rumors of BA and Debo. They're moving forward into the 2024 season with them. They're running it back. He didn't really, I think they're still negotiating, obviously, a deal for Brandon Ayuk. So that wasn't touched on too much, but I'm sure they're hammering away at it, and they'll try to get it done. Now, on the flip side, I think Debo's future is a little bit more uncertain. I think that the chances of him being dealt in 2025. Just because they need to make room for Brock Purdy's contract. Trent Williams might retire also. That could help free up a little bit of cap space. But I think the chances of Debo being traded next year are a little bit more steep than everything we were hearing this season. I think there will be a lot more smoke when the season ends next year about Debo's future with the team. All right, moving on to the next topic. A lot of us probably already saw the footage, but I'm going to go ahead and post it here anyway, of Ricky Pearsall working out with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Not sure where they were at. It looked like it was Florida or someplace like that. It looked really muggy. Could have been Arizona, who knows? I don't really know where that video was shot. Maybe some of you guys do. Anyway, if you do, leave a comment as to where that was at. Anyway, he showed, I think they were really working on their short area quickness and their short area bursts. As you can see here in the video, they're cutting, they're catching, but they're really focusing on their cuts and making sure that there's precision there. One of the things that Ricky Pearsall said when John Lynch called him with the draft phone call was that he's getting a workhorse. And as you can see here, Ricky is already at work. He's already working on his craft, and the rookie mini camp is just around the corner. Starts in a week from today, May 10th and 11th, and then that's going to be followed by OTAs, May 20th, 21st, 28th, 29th, and 31st. So there's going to be a lot of action coming up here in the month of May. We're going to get a lot more footage, a lot more looks at all these rookies that were drafted, and it's right around the corner, guys. We're almost to the official start of 2024, and I am pumped up. The next little bit of news, it's not really so much news. It was just something cool that I thought I'd add into this. Some of you probably caught this with the interview with Matt Maiocco, speaking with Aldon Smith. He seems to have kind of turned the corner and turned his life around. He's really focused on himself and his own mental health and things like that. If you haven't caught it yet, I suggest you go watch it. It was a really cool interview. There was a moment where Maiocco addressed a recent interview with Joe Staley and Trent Williams, and they kind of, on the count of three, they all said who the most difficult pass rusher is that they faced it, and both of them in unison said Aldon Smith. So he was really, humbled by that and thought it was pretty cool. I personally think that Aldon Smith was a Hall of Fame talent that was wasted. It was truly sad. It was truly a shame that he battled with the substance abuse, among other things. It ruined his career. If we're being honest, it completely ruined his career. And it's a crazy disease. Alcoholism and drug abuse and things like that are very serious. This guy could have been wearing a gold jacket, and it really, you could see how badly it messed up his life. But it's a great interview. Like I said, check it out it's 49ers Talk through NBC Bay Area with Matt Maiocco and Aldon Smith. Check it out. This isn't directly Niners news, but it is related since the Niners gave this guy his original contract. Most of you guys saw the news that the Cowboys did not choose to pick up Trey Lance's fifth-year option that would have cost them $22,408,000 in 2025. There's no way they were ever going to do that. So this was as to be expected. Obviously, he's going to have a chance to compete with Cooper Rush for quarterback 2, so that'll be interesting to kind of see if he can level up and kind of resurrect his career a little bit and maybe hold the clipboard. And if Dak has to go out of the game for a minute, maybe Trey Lance gets in there. I never wished anything bad on Trey Lance. There's a lot of Trey Lance haters. There's a lot of enthusiasts that think he's the next Mahomes. Grant Cohn and those guys were really on Trey Lance and flipping their lid when he wasn't getting any reps and stuff before the trade, and it was just kind of comical to me to watch that. Trey Lance, no fifth-year option, no surprise. Zach Wilson didn't get his either, and that, in fact, that whole quarterback class did not get their fifth-year option except for Trevor Lawrence. And if he kind of has a mediocre year, they might move on from him as well. Well, that's it, guys. Slow news week this week. I'm sorry I didn't have more for you. There were a few things I probably could have threw in there. Some of you guys probably have already seen a lot of this stuff, so some of it will be repetitive. But feel free to discuss in the comments and open up the discourse about any of these topics. In a week from now, we're going to have a lot more things to talk about. There's going to be footage from the beat writers of all the rookies at the rookie mini camp, and then a week after that, or a couple weeks after that, we're going to have OTAs. So a lot of stuff's going to be opening up here news-wise, so stay tuned.